India, 1930. Mohandas Gandhi leads thousands of non-violent protesters as part of the Salt March. When the marchers finally reach the sea, Gandhi gathers a handful of salt in open opposition to the British salt tax. The march provokes large-scale acts of civil disobedience against the British rule in India.
Denmark, 1943. In protest to Nazi occupation, thousands of Danish citizens participate in clandestine activities that save over 7,000 Jews from being sent to concentration camps. Further general strikes are coordinated by an underground freedom council, and Nazi plans to expand the occupation are thwarted.
United States, 1955. In Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks refuses to give up her seat on a city bus, and she joins other civil rights leaders to initiate a bus boycott to oppose the city's policy of racial segregation on public buses. The boycott eventually forces the Supreme Court to acknowledge that segregated buses are unconstitutional.
Poland, 1980. Workers at the Gdansk shipyard go on strike and demand the right to form their own union free from communist control. The strike spreads across the city and across the country, forcing government officials to meet most of their demands. The Solidarity movement becomes the first open trade union in communist Europe.
Philippines, 1986. In protest against dictator Ferdinand Marcos, peaceful demonstrations involved over 200,000 Filipino citizens, as well as several prominent political, military, and religious figures. As a result of the protests, Marcos flees and Corazon Aquino becomes president.
Czechoslovakia, 1989. Nonviolent protests against the communist government expand until over 500,000 people are demonstrating in Prague. In late November, nearly all Czech citizens participate in a 2-hour nationwide general strike that brings the country to a standstill. The following day, the government announces that it will relinquish power.
Serbia, 2000. After election results are falsified by the ruling party, hundreds of thousands of citizens converge on Belgrade as a part of an organized general strike against dictator Slobodan Milosevic. As a result of widespread non-cooperation from citizens, police, and the military, Milosevic is forced to step down.
Liberia, 2003. In protest against the civil war and a corrupt government, thousands of women organized prayer vigils and nonviolent actions to demand an end to the violence. At the site where the peace talks are stalled, the women barricade the hallway and refuse to leave until the deal is done. After the women persist, the government and the warlords agree to end the civil war.
Burma, 2007. As part of a broad pro-democracy movement, thousands of Buddhist monks lead non-violent marches through the streets of Rangoon. In other cities, monks expand the demonstrations and call for the release of Nobel Peace Laureate Aung San Suu Kyi. Threatened by massive internal opposition and international sanctions, the military dictatorship decides to crack down.
On Location, 2030.